Hey guys, it's John here again. Right, I'm going to show you my OZZY stuff. Just my 12-inch vinyl records, and if I've got any special cut picture discs, I'll show them, because I normally keep the bigger, slightly bigger die cut picture discs with my 12-inch stuff, because they don't really sit on with the 7-inch. They're too big, some of them. So I did this video before. I missed out 2 records, and because my phone was dying, and I thought, oh, I'm gonna quickly get my video done, and I thought, well, I'll just give up on that one, I'll start again. And I was exhausted as well. So I'm gonna get, these I don't have any reissued OZZY records. I have never bought any new release stuff. The newest album I have is Scream, and that's the original one that came out. So I don't think they ever reissued that again. I think it was just, was it 2012, around that sort of time, maybe? Just check. 2010, and that was the only one, I think. But I'll go through them in a sec. I'm just gonna have a quick drink of animal tea, coffee. I mean. My God. Right. I'm gonna do I'll do the records first, the albums. No particular order. Well, I'll try. Right, here we go. So we're gonna go with Scream first. This one I got for mega cheap money, because my mate phoned me. I said, John, this has just come into the charity shop. Are you interested? And I went, yeah, okay. And it was still sealed, but this corner was all damaged, a bit buckled. But it's a double vinyl, and I paid a couple of quid for it. And the rest of it, and the vinyl was brand new. And it had never been opened, so I was very pleased for that price. But this album, I've never really been into it, even though I think it is Zakk Wylde on it, isn't it? I'll show you inside. So there's OZZY, there's some thank yous and stuff like that, and lyrics that side. And then there's OZZY there. You can see how beaten up it got in that corner. OZZY there. The record is just black, custom OZZY labels. And what I found a bit disturbing though is there's names of the Osbourne kids on here, and family members, and animals, I think. And some have got they're all on crosses, and I just think, how morbid, really? Why would you want to have pictures of your family names on crosses? That's, yeah, bad taste. So yeah, the whole Osbourne series, TV series, and OZZY being a bit of a bumbling idiot, really took away from my metal icon, you know, that OZZY was to me. I don't, if anybody else find that. That's why they always say don't meet your heroes. So yeah, after that, my liking for Aussie stuff went downhill big time. Right, next thing, got one of these. Well, I don't collect these really. This is just something I had in with some other records. Ozzy Osbourne, Chris Tetley, Part 1, interview disc. And there it is there on that side. I'll get that out, be a lot better. These things just don't interest me anymore. This is a 1987 issued one, CT 1010. So yeah. I don't know when that interview was done, so I'm hoping with it having a picture of Randy Rhoads on there, maybe it was from very early on, the Blizzard of Oz time. Who knows? But I know one thing: I cannot get this stupid thing back in this card sleeve. I need to get a thicker sleeve. Right. Next one. One of my favourite albums, and unfortunately I don't have No More Tears yet, and I still want that. I still want Just Say Ozzy on vinyl, and I still want No Rest for the Wicked. So next one I got is Ultimate Sin, and absolutely amazing album, love that to bits. My first album on CD, by the way, if no one's ever heard me mention that before. Lyrics, I don't think this is coloured, I think it's black. Yeah, it's just black on Epic. And the next one, which I have two of, surprise surprise, this is my original that I had for a long time, since the early 90s, Talk of the Devil. And this was one of the first Ozzy albums I ever got as well, because this was so cheap to buy on cassette. I think I got it. Did I get it on cassette first? Or no, it wasn't. It was one of the first ones I got on CD alongside Ultimate Sin, because it was so cheap. That was why. Along with the album Just Say Ozzy. So that was very, very cheap because it was a mini album. So there's one there, Ozzy with a dwarf, and the other one is one that I got replacement. The records in my original are not that great, so I picked up this one, which has got better vinyl in it, but the sleeve is a bit beaten up there. Again, on Jet Records original there, and I can't think what the it is. There's the Jet label there, and there's two records in here. Another one in there. I actually don't listen to this album anymore, because I really did not enjoy it much, because you got Brad Gillis on guitar, and to be quite honest, Brad Gillis playing for Ozzy was just nah, no thank you. I didn't like Brad Gillis as a guitarist anyway. It's just a bit widdly, as I've called it before, but not very technical, if you catch what I get. When you listen to J.K. Lee, you get lots of widdly, but you get lots of technical, which is great. And when you listen to Randy Rhoads, you get some widdly with lots of awesome technical and classical and stuff like that. Like Bev has said, you know, I always knew that Randy learnt classical music and stuff like that. So Next one, which I do have two of. Surprise, surprise again. I'll just grab it. I can't be jumping albums here. Yeah, next one I've got two of anyway. That is Ozzy Osbourne's Bark at the Moon. This was my very first copy, but I don't like those stickers on there. They're hard to get off. So I managed to find that one very cheap. The blue one. These are UK ones. Yeah, both UK. On that. And always, yeah, I love this album as well. This album I never tire of. It's just awesome. But the only album that pips this one, you know, gets there at the top for me is Diary of a Madman. I'd say I prefer this one to Ultimate Sin. Prefer Bark at the Moon to Ultimate Sin, but still, you know, Ultimate Sin's great. This is definitely just awesome. The amount of times I nearly wore my cassette out playing that. Wow. Just killer. Next one, got two of. That is my first copy, Diary of a Madman, and that was my better copy I picked up, I think, over the last year or the year before at one of the record fairs, I think it was. And it's far better nick compared to my original. And yeah, Diary of a Madman song, just that song alone is probably the best, well, the best Randy Rhoads song ever. So, or best song with one of his best solos in, as well as Mr. Crowley, obviously. But yeah, absolutely killer. So, there's the lyrics on that side. And then we go to, if I haven't missed anything. Oh, I did miss something out before we get to the next album. Randy Rhoads Tribute. This is a double record, original. Nothing reissue about this. This has got my favourite version of Mr. Crowley on. The guitar playing in that by Randy is just absolutely killer. This literally, did I put this? I can't remember. No, I didn't. I changed it. This was going to be one of my my top 10 albums to keep. If I could only have 10 albums, but then I had to choose a studio album instead of another live album because I had too many live, and that would have obviously been it if I could. The last one of the albums is what most people will know. It's coming up next. This is my original, Blizzard of Oz, and Seen Better Days. It's been like that. You know, I've had this for, you know, a very, very long time. Coming up to like 25 years plus, I suppose, I've had that record. That's on Jet LP 234. Again, see the sleeve with the lyrics, and there's the custom label. Sorry, not custom label, because it's just a standard one. Sorry. What? Yes. And this record, this sleeve's going to need a bit of attention. I think at some point it's coming apart. Just on stock a bit. But yeah, again, great album. I always found the sound of this one not as good I listened to my mate's cassette. The very first time I heard that album was on cassette, and I thought, oh, this sounds a bit tinny. What's going on here? But I've got used to the sound now, and I still love it. Right, then 12-inch singles here. 2 copies of Blizzard of Oz. 2 copies of Mr. Crowley Live. That was when it was called Ozzy Osbourne Blizzard of Oz. Blizzard of Oz was supposed to be the name of the band, but then Ozzy had his name put above. So yeah, and then just to Ozzy Osbourne, which is a bit naughty of the Osbournes for doing that, because it was supposed to be Blizzard of Oz. You Said It All, I love that song. Mr. Crowley and Suicide Solution on there. Next one, Over the Mountain, 12-inch, with I Don't Know on the other side. And Steve Jewell, he was the guy from Raw Power, who was Crusher. And used to go, what was he saying now? Oh, I forgot what he used to do now. The way he used to say stuff. But yeah, 1981 Jet Records. I'm just trying to think what he used to say on the War Power TV program. Right, next one is So Tired. This one I've had since the mid-90s, early to mid-90s. It cost me £2.50 for that back then, which was quite a bit. And it did have a tear in it as well. It's got So Tired, Waiting for Darkness, Bark at the Moon Live, Suicide Solution Live, and Paranoid Live. And yeah, this was actually released 1984. That one. And I don't think it's anything special, just the normal Epic label. And then that's a 5-track 12-inch, obviously. Next one, got 2 of. One of these is my original, and then I got a replacement. This one's got, they both got a bit of ring wear. This one's the worst. Bark at the Moon, 3-track 12-inch. This one's quite poor, and you can see how bad it is, ring wear there. It's got One Up the B-side, which was an exclusive release back then, which became, actually was on the cassette album, One Up the B-side. I think it was, no it wasn't. It was the, no, sorry, it was the B-side to this, yeah, the 7-inch, and that was it. Yeah, what was I thinking it was on the album? I think they put it on the reissue. And then Slowdown was an exclusive release, but only on here. It was wasn't on the album for the UK. And again, just boring old Epic label. And my other one, which is much better. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than the other one. So, and I'd love to find some immaculate copies of that. I've got 2 of these as well. These are the WA4452 Ozzy Osbourne So Tired. Yeah, these are the So Tired records that came out in 80. Well, these are 83 ones, made in England. But that other record I said before was 84. That was the standard black one. But these here, I've got 2. The So Tired 5-track record, and there's the other one, 2 of them, gold discs. And oh god, I've got to watch what I do there. Right, that's done there. Now here I've got 2 of these. No More Tears 12-inch picture disc with Party with the Animals and SIN or Sin on there. Party with the Animals, I love that song. It's got lyrics there for No More Tears on the back. 1991. And the other one, just here, another one there, just to show you it was another one, not the same one. And then I got this one as a special cut picture disc, but it's 7-inch, and it is Miracle Man, and with Crazy Babies on the other side. And that would be 1988. And that is, I think, it for, yes it is, for my OZZY stuff. I'll do 7-inch in another video and CD in another video later on. So keep rocking, keep watching, keep listening to whatever it is you're doing, and yeah, cheers, keep rocking, laters.